when you did start doing the collaborations, because obviously appearing on so many people's albums, Jermaine Dupri, Little John, Pastor Troy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What, and you started getting that type of money, how did that, or that type of exposure as well, what did that shape or change or made you understand about life?
Well, when I did Pimps Up, Hoes Down, which was the first major exposure, over a billion people seen it worldwide, and then we did American Pimp. At first, it was like a shock value, right? I was like, damn, everybody know my business now. My father, he didn't like that. He said, you fucked up. That's my father's word. You fucked up. Now everybody know your business. So at that point, I went to a fight in Las Vegas. I think it was in 1998. I think it was Mike Tyson was fighting. So I went to a Mike Tyson fight. When I was walking through the MGM Grand, everybody was walking up to me asking for an autograph. So at that point, I said, oh my God, I said, I'm famous. So I immediately told the guy that was working with me on my project, Pimpology, which was my first movie. I said, man, we need to get this movie out. So I just started at that point. I said, well, I'm gonna leverage this, right? So I would take crates and crates of DVDs with me. At that time it was VHS. It was VHS. So I would take these VHS tapes with me, and I would sell them. So I would charge $20, and I would sell out everywhere I go because Pimp Hold Down was such a big thing at the time. People had never been introduced to the game. And I would go to the players' ball, and all the players would be looking at me like, man, what's up, man? You fell off, like I thought you was the big pimp of the year, like this. So, but they didn't understand the money I was making. What I'm saying? So if they only knew the kind of money I was making, they only knew the person I would become, because it was a form of marketing as well, because you think about it, it's my movie, it's not HHF movie, it's my perspective. So of course I'm in the movie more than anybody else. It's not about Bishop Don Juan, it's not about Pimp Snooki, it's not about Fillmore Slim, it's all about me. It's my marketing strategy, right? So I'm marketing myself, and on the backdrop of a major project, or two major projects, Pimps Up and American, Pimps Up Down American Pimp. So also what that does, that allowed me, I had my number on there as well, that allowed me to get a lot of features from independent guys. So people started calling me, and it became a business. It became a business. And, a lot of people didn't understand what I was doing. They kind of called it late. Probably around about 2003, people realized what I was doing. By that time, I was living in the suburbs, and, I was driving Rolls Royces and Maseratis and stuff, and people, then I had a distribution deal with Scriptmaster. So Scriptmaster distributed, out the world. Then I had one with Southern Music Distribution with Mike Walker, so I was doing a lot of business stuff. Everybody else was still talking about pimp, 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 pimp. And then when they realized, when they came to my house, they seen the mansion, they seen all this luxury, all this nice jewelry and all this stuff. They was like, wow, man, this dude been getting over all the time. And they start hearing me on all these albums, on all these, multi-platinum albums. Then people figured it out. It was too late then. Now at this point, at 58, I'm a straight businessman. I'm like a mogul, so I'm doing business on a whole nother level. So all that stuff, man, was worth it, bro. I mean, it was really worth it. I'm glad that I had that experience. I'm glad that I was the fast talker, that I had hoes, and that I had all this stuff, and that led to me doing books, and that led to me owning real estate and investing my money and working with these big corporations. It was a great thing. I mean, a lot of times, man, like I said, the roads that we take to get to our destiny wants to get us there. It's our detours, So and to be, a part of one of the biggest organizations in hip hop, which is Hip Hop Fraternity, and being the CEO of the company and the actual founder of the company, and that's, that all is always relative, and I tell people, young people all the time, man, don't despise small beginnings, It's always a defining moment. Pimps Up, Hoes Down was my defining moment that led me to Mr. Kenneth Ivey, who you see today. So, it's not a bad thing. Don't feel sorry for me, because I did well for myself. My children is doing well for themselves, So, I mean, you go through what you go through, you grow through. But life is so, whenever you have a major fall through, it's going to be followed by a major breakthrough, but you just got to believe. You can't quit. I always tell people, quit or never win, win or never quit. I was watching this race one day, and this guy, he was running, and then he was in the race. He started off real fast, and then he broke his Achilles heel, and he started limping, and so the race that went on, and the hype and everybody that claps all was going to the guy. He was still on the field. He was hopping on 1 feet. He was just wanting to finish. He just wanted to finish the race. So his father came out there, and his father put his hand on his shoulder. I know you probably seen it. It was on national TV. And he ended up finishing the race. And then he said, man, one thing I told my son, no matter what, man, quit, and broke his Achilles heel. He's damaged. The race is over with. He lost the race, but he didn't quit. The race ain't always given to the swift or, to the fastest, but those who endure to the end. And I think that, is my endurance over the years and the life that I spent in the game and through these different transitions that I had in life that led me to be the successful person I am today. And to be able to sit down with corporate American people from all walks of life and have intelligent conversations. And these people, they respect my perspective. So, man, for the young people out there to listen, man, whether you're a gangbanger, whether you're a dope dealer, whether you're a killer, whatever, man, hey, man, the roads that you take to get to your destiny is not the roads that's going to get you there. It's going to be your detours, and, God is a good God, I don't know if you believe in God, but I do. So I believe that the steps of a good man is ordered by God, and that God uses all of us for a certain reason and for a specific purpose. And I think that, my thing was all the things I went through, the prison, hanging out with the brothers in the joint, and learning different things there to, not being able to read until I was 21, being functional illiterate until I was 21. And then by the time I was 22, being in college, had my GED, went to the prison college, got made the Dean list, came out, got a total of 122 credits, could have graduated, but, that's a whole nother story, but I got 122 credits. And then, the other things that I did, being able to talk to people from all walks of life, write well, be able to write books. I mean, it's amazing. The way my life went, man, it's amazing. I would never, if you put me in a crystal ball, told me that I would be Ken Ivey today, I wouldn't believe it. It just is. I mean, the people that I know, some of the corporate people I deal with, some of the, the people in the entertainment world I deal with, it's just amazing, the relationships, that and I learned that the hard way too. Life is about relationships and information. If you got the information and you got the relationships, you can succeed in life, And it's okay, young people. If you fall, make sure you fall on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up, Like I said, always be humble. Because if you ain't humble, you'll crumble. If you can change your mentality, you can change your reality. You can change your attitude, you can change your aptitude. And then the story I like to lead with, and I will lead your audience with the same story, is get rid of that dead weight. You got people in your life that don't mean you no good. You got people in your life, brothers and sisters and friends and stuff like that. Really, what I'm saying, some of my worst enemies were some of my best friends. Some of my worst enemies today is some of my former best friends and my family members. So people start at your feet and then they end up at your throat. So what I say when I say get rid of their weight, when I'm saying it for your back, and the book pack is 20 pounds, and you carry it around for 20 years, you become immune to that dead weight. What I mean? And you deal with the pressure of dealing with people, the hate and all this, the jealousy, and you're immune to it. But once you get that book pack off your back, then you like Muhammad Ali, you can float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You feel light, you can dance around, you can move a little faster, So get rid of that dead weight in your life. And then the eagle, right? The eagle's wings spread 9 feet. The eagle is one of the most profound birds in the animal species, right? I mean, the bird category, right? So, but the eagle, when it flies extremely high. It goes thousands of feet in the air. When the eagle sees a storm, it flies into the storm, and then the storm propels it into the sky, and then it flies a little higher. When eagle see a pigeon or another bird, it flies away unless it's hungry because he's flying too low. Now, chickens, right, on the other hand, they eat their own feces, they eat everything they see, right? So they get fat quick. So a chicken can't fly no more than 10 feet. I mean, it can't jump no more than 5 feet, because it's too fat. I ain't got nothing against the chicken I ate one today. You know what I'm saying? Me and chicken ain't got no problem. But the chicken and the eagle would never make love, because the eagle, when it make love in the air. It glides. until it has an orgasm, or until it whatever, you know. So that's the eagle. But the problem with the eagle is that when the eagle see a weasel, it zooms down on the weasel and it grabs the weasel, and he put him to his chest. And what happens is he ascends 10,000 feet. While he's ascending, the weasel is eating his chest out, and it eventually eats his heart. And he ascends, then he descends to his death. And if you hear about eagle being not only the dead, we got to get the weasels, so we got to let those weasels go. We can't hold on to them because the weasels will bring you down. And that's my message to the young, that, you know, you have to understand that, you know, you got people in your life that don't mean you no good. You know, whoever can do you good can also do you harm. Where there's the least appearance of evil, expect the greatest amount of danger. And that's life lessons. And, you know, and if people follow those lessons, whether you 1 to 21 or 1 to 100, you know, these are lessons that help me get by and help most people get by. So in conclusion, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, they can follow me at RealPimpKen_ on Instagram, RealPimpKen on Snapchat. They can go to thehiphopfraternity.com and hit the word book, and they can get my books at thehiphopfraternity.com. Click the word books, and you can also go to Amazon.com. You can go to Barnes and Nobles. You can go to audible.com, type in my name, Pimpin Ken, and you get all my books. And also, we would like to encourage all you to become a member of the Hip Hop Fraternity. It's for whites, blacks, purple, green. You know, make a difference with your ethnicity or what color you is. You know, we're a family. You know, we got a lot of, black people. We got a lot of Spanish people, a lot of Chinese people, all kind of people in hip hop fraternity. So it's not no black organization. You know, it's an organization for all people. Anybody can join. And if you have music, you know, if you have talent, if you're an A&R, if you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, whatever, we need you. You know, we take all people, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the purpose of the hip hop fraternity is hip hop fraternity is to build a network of people from all walks of life that's willing to, you know, make a change in our community. You know, help us stop the violence, help us, you know, take these gangs off the street and do stuff positive, because that's what we've done. I got Crips and Bloods and Vice Lords and GDs and doctors and PhDs, all of them in the same organization, working with each other.
Well, there it is. All right, well, Ken Ivy, Pimpin Ken, appreciate you coming through, and congratulations on everything.
In the beginning, hip-hop was ruled by the East Coast. Then the West Coast rose to prominence thanks to gangster rap.
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube.
Hip-hop changed the world. Gangster rap changed the narrative.
I'm representing for the gangsters all across the world.
And then changed the world again.
Cause I'll come and take your life away.
The history of gangster rap features unheard stories, unseen photos and documents, all with exclusive interviews from the founders and players who shaped gangster rap.
I think a real gangster rapper has to scare you a little bit.
The history of gangster rap, written by veteran rap journalist Soren Baker. In stores now.
Yo, what up? This is DJ Quick. Be sure to pick up my homeboy Soren Baker's book, The History of Gangster Rap, if you really want to know what we do.